Welcome to the latest Leicester Music podcast. On this edition we have music and interviews with reggae artist Tanai Brown, local band Echolocation, and you'll hear too from a new guy to the city, Matt Henshaw. Plus there's music and chat too with the talented George Simpson, who recorded his last album at Abbey Road Studios. And to top it off we have the sound of the delightful R&B artist Justine White. First though, here's Tanai Brown. Now this guy does a lot of work as a Bob Marley tribute, and you probably can see why as you listen to one of his own tracks. This is called Can't Get You Out of My Head.
Not just for the weekend. Yes, I told everybody that I've got to see you again. Lord, I better count to 10, but first I gotta see you. I can't get you out of my head. I can't get you out of my mind. I can't get you out of my head. No, well, I can't get you out of my mind. You've got a zest for life with a spirit that is oh so pure. Oh so pure. I've noticed that right from the start. For me, you gotta be the cure. The cure for my lonely heart. With one I can share a part. Share a part of my life. But first I gotta see you. You out of my head. I can't, no, I can't get you out of my mind. No, I can't get you out of my head. No, I can't. Well, I can't get you. Not just for the weekend. Yes, I told everybody that I've got to see you again. Lord, I better count to 10, but I've got to see you. I can't get you out of my head. I can't, no, I can't get you out of my mind. No, I can't get you out. No, I can't. Well, I can't get you. I can't get you out of my head. I can't get you out of my mind. I can't. No, I can't. Well, I can't get you out of my mind.
There you go, that's Tanai Brown and a single called Can't Get You Out of My Head. And Tanai, nice to meet you first of all.
Nice to meet you, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. And obviously you're doing your own stuff. Let's talk about that first because are you trying to build up your own material? Is that kind of what you're doing?
Well, sort of, because I already have a lot of material because I've worked in a few bands before I've been and gone solo. So, material is not a big problem. I've got loads of material. It's just finding the time to record it.
It's getting it out there, isn't it? But
I'm getting it out there.
But
really.
you're known as a Bob Marley tribute as well, and I think most people would have seen that perhaps on YouTube or seen you live even. And that keeps the pennies rolling in, I would think.
Yes, that's the bread and butter, but like, Bob Marley, everybody is aware of Bob Marley. I've been not all around the world, but I've been quite a few places in the world, and everybody knows Bob Marley.
Well, how did that start for you? How did that become about?
Well, a band that I used to play in, the Duppy Conquerors, we did a tribute to Bob Marley's show. We was a 7-piece, 9-piece band, depending on the venue, But but at the moment, the way how economics, sort of affect everything, a band is very hard to get what you want, basically financially, in order for the band to function. So we were together for quite a while, a number of years. We all grew up together, so there's no animosity between us. We still sort of work on each other's projects and so forth, But yeah, we were a 7-piece band, and we played at Richard Branson's house twice.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. Bob Marley was one of his favourite artists.
And when you started singing, was it people saying to you, "Oh, you sound like Bob Marley," or did you kind of know you sounded a bit like him anyway? How did that come about?
No, but before I was doing this, I was singing a long time before I was doing Bob Marley. I was the lead singer in a band. A lot of people know the band in Leicester some years ago called Groundation, and I was the lead singer in that. And we didn't do any covers; we did all our own material. And in fact, they say that. UB40 stole our sound.
Really? Did they? And did they? You're not saying, are you, really?
We were better than UB40. I would say we was a cross between Steel Pulse and Third World, at the time.
And the reggae scene is quite popular in Leicester now, isn't it, really? You've got the Paradigms, Stop That Train, Josie McWon, so there's quite a few acts around.
Yeah, there's a few. There's Germania, there's Ayakaya and the Mid-Dawn, there's quite a few.
And what about your own work then? Are you kind of concentrate? Do you have periods when you try to concentrate on getting your own stuff out there? We're going to play a new track in a minute. So have you been working on this project for a bit?
Yes, it's an ongoing project. It really does take time. What can I say? Nothing happens overnight. But I'm working real hard. I travel to Birmingham. I've got a team in Birmingham that I work with. That are very good. Know exactly what they're doing and how to produce what I want. So. But
how about promoting your own work? Obviously, you're getting work as a Bob Marley tribute, if you like. Yes. But obviously, you've got to do. Do you try to incorporate that sometimes?
Oh, I do. I do put in, some of my own material as well as I do other covers. It's not all Bob Marley, but it's predominantly Bob Marley because that's what it's billed as a tribute to Bob Marley. But I also incorporate some of my own songs.
Yeah, I guess, does that make it difficult to promote the songs or not, though? Because obviously...
No, it doesn't make it difficult at all, But promoting is not as easy as people think, but it takes a lot of time and hard work, Since I released that single, I don't think my face has ever been in a computer so much in my life. I think my eyes were going square,
And of course you've got the hat on, but I know the hair goes down pretty well down to the shoes, doesn't it?
Well, not far. Yeah, it goes down a little way. Yeah, I've had my hair a few moons. Yes.
So what's coming up for you? Obviously you're gigging, doing the Bob Marley fairly consistently, I guess. But have you got any gigs you'd like to mention that are coming up in the near future?
I will be doing a gig at the Donkey with a live band backed by. It'll be Tanai Brown backed by the Ankh band. And it will be a reggae night, a tribute to Bob Marley as well, but reggae night special, Christmas special.
And when's that going to be? Do you know?
That's going to be the 27th of December.
Well, that'll be nice, just after Christmas, to let your hair down, so to speak.
Yep, let your hair down, man. It's going to be all happening at the Donkey, trust me. So get your tickets, they'll be on sale soon.
Sounds good, that does. Now, tell us about this new track.
This new track, which will be coming out in a few weeks, is called Reasons to Love You. Another self-penned, coming from my forthcoming album, which is not finished yet, but it's all coming from the album.
Yeah, when do you hope to have the album out?
Realistically, I'm looking at next year, I've got a few under my belt at the moment, but when I'm satisfied that I've got enough.
Reasons to Love You is the track we're going to play now. Just tell us about the concept behind this one. How many reasons?
Oh my goodness. You know, people always ask me that. They ask me that about the first one. What inspired you to write this song? And, you know, why? What can I say? You know, the love between a man and a woman, you know, it's, you know, some people say we can't live with them, but we can't live without them. God, trust me, what would we do without our women, eh? Really,
indeed. But did you write the title before you wrote the lyrics, or the other way around?
You know, I can't remember. No, I didn't write the title. I wrote the lyrics first. Yeah. But I had the melody as well, and that's what kind of swung it around.
I almost want to put a number in front of it, but like 7 Reasons to Love You and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Give it a number.
No, I don't want to insult anyone, you know, by putting a number, but
it's worth mentioning that you put the whole thing together yourself using computer technology, don't you? Which is quite interesting in a way to do it.
Yes, computer technology. But there is, you know, live musicians on there working as well. But the basis of it is computer technology. Yeah, which most recordings are computer technology in some form, or, you know, because even when, you know, they use live bands, they're still using computer technology to mix. And
yeah, we've got later on in the podcast, we've got Justine White, just by coincidence on the same podcast. So she's probably going to mention Christmas as well, isn't she?
It's
I guess.
possible, because it's not that far away now. So, you know, well, you know what it's like. Christmas coming, you know, the trees will be out soon.
Oh, goodness me. Don't tell me that. Okay, great to meet you, Tanai. Tanai Brown,
Great to meet you too, man.
And this is a new track. It's called Reasons to Love You.
Reasons to Love You. Blessed love to each and every one. You know, thank you for listening. Hope you like the tracks. And I look forward to seeing you at the Donkey. If not before, you can check me at various places. I'm at the Humberston this week. I'm at various places. I'll be in Counterstore.
I guess they can check you on Facebook and so on.
Yeah, check me on Facebook. I put all my dates on there. So, you know, if we're not friends, friend me, and I will, you know, friend you back, accept your friend request, and I'll send you invitation. So until then, one love, peace and blessings. Tanai Brown.
Oh, na 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 na. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Oh, na 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 na. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Yes, you do. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do. I love the way you are. You are my best by far. You make me feel like a king, and you are my queen. Yeah. Well, if I'm telling the truth, and I'll never lie, you're always on my mind, thinking what you are doing and where you are. You're truly one of a kind. Yes, you're my queen, you're my bona fide, you're my empress for life. I sing praises for you from the mountaintop. Without you, I have no life. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Yes, you do. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do. You're always on my mind. You know you rock my world. The little things you do show why love is true. Yeah. Well, if I'm telling to me, knowing that you are near and by my side. There's so much that we can achieve. Well, if I've told you once, I'll say 1,000 times. You are my empress for life. Without you, there'd be emptiness and strife. Without you, I'd have no life. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Love is true. You make me feel like a king, and you are my queen. Yeah, you give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do, yeah. Yeah, you give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do, yeah.
Looking forward to catching Tanai Brown live later this year then. Next up is a guy I did catch live at the Shed during an audition for Glastonbury 2014. His name is George Simpson, and before we hear from the man himself, here's a track from him called Never Leave You Out in the Rain.
It's not fair to lead you on when no one else is wrong. Is there more than you could take? Now time's moved
So George Simpson there, and Never Leave You Out in the Rain. George is with me, and good to see you again, George, after your Glastonbury audition at the Shed, which went well, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I thought it went well. We played well, and it seemed to go down well. People seemed to enjoy the music, so that's good.
So this is kind of you, but you played with 3 other people in a kind of a stripped-down band, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's more of a relaxed, chilled-out acoustic set compared to obviously the full album. So we had 2 acoustic guitars, cajon and bass, and yeah, just a bit of a live lounge feel, really.
And I've had a look on iTunes, and the album Playing for Strangers has been up there, well, almost a year now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was released in January, so I'm still having a bit of a, I wanted to look back by the end of the year and think, be happy with what I've done to try and push it and try and get it out there, really. So
tell us how the album came together, because I noticed there's a credit for Abbey Road Studios as well.
Yeah, that's right. I've done various things over the years with different bands, different genres, and obviously my songwriting's developed over the years, and I've sort of channeled into more of like a commercial sort of pop style songwriter. And working with different musicians, they've got different tastes in music, and I've just thought in the end, I'm just going to do it on my own. So I thought when I was looking to obviously get an album, I just found a producer in Derby called Ben Haynes, from Haynes Music Productions, and I just worked with him really to sort of take each song as it comes and see what's best for the song, try and make it kind of reach the widest audience. And when it came to being mixed and then mastered, we thought, well, where shall I get it mastered? I thought, where's the best? No better place than Abbey Road Studios. So that was it really. I thought it might, it's a great experience to go down to Abbey Road and work with one of the engineers and sit there whilst he kind of mastered the album.
Did you just ring them up and say, could I do this? How did it kind of happen?
There's an online service where you can send your tracks, and a couple of days later they'll send you it back mastered. Or you can go down there and actually choose your engineer. You can look at their kind of track record, what albums they've mastered, and the guy who mastered Playing for Strangers album, his name's Jeff Pesh, and I think the week before he finished off Kylie Minogue's Abbey Road album. Yeah, so it's quite, and then the following week is sitting there working on mine, so it's quite a nice experience.
For the album you did here though, did you kind of just bring in musicians you knew that were available to help you with it?
On this album it's literally done between myself and the producer really, between us all, whether it's so it's quite simple, just working with one person. But obviously now I wanted to get out there playing it live. It's a matter of pulling in people I know, people who are interested, people who want to be involved, and going out there and playing it. It all depends on the gig really, what it needs, and whether it's kind of more chilled out like what you saw last Tuesday, or a bit more full on. So.
And obviously Glastonbury, they do a kind of, you've done an acoustic audition, so I guess you're looking for an acoustic set.
Yeah,
there.
the acoustic set. That's what comes natural to me really. Whether it's kind of piano or acoustic guitar, that's what I love, that stripped back feel. So obviously if lucky enough to get on Glastonbury, that's what I'd like to do, the acoustic style. So yeah.
What about the songwriting? Because obviously this album has been around a little while now, and I guess with most people in your position, you're continually coming up with new stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I still, over the years, when I obviously decided to choose these songs for this album, there was kind of like 3 or 4 that I was like, I wish that could go on the album as well. But obviously I thought, well, there's half an album done ready. And as soon as I started the process of recording the album just puts me into a frame of mind where kind of week by week I'm just coming up with new material and I'm not happy with it unless it's better than what I've already done. So it sort of encourages you to keep writing better songs and better music. So I'm in the process of starting my second album now, and there are 3 or 4 tracks into it. So hopefully, when the nice weather starts to come next year, March or April, I should have a new album to come with it. So,
and I guess the stock question is influences. So what's inspired you to kind of do this?
Record the album, or
kind of songwriting itself, I guess.
Songwriting, it's literally when I was 16, I pick up a guitar just to play a few chords and play what was out there, Britpop and Oasis, etc. And then I suppose with most musicians, if you play an instrument and you kind of enjoy singing, it sort of comes part and parcel of you. I just start to try and write songs, and no reason, no I don't know why.
I was just wondering on this from a singing point of view, if you were influenced particularly by somebody before.
Yeah, it changes as the years go by. Like more recently, in the kind of last 2 or 3 years, more like I'm more influenced by kind of other singer-songwriters, whether it's Tom Baxter or James Morrison to Ed Sheeran or Newton Faulkner, or going back to kind of Paul Carrick from Mike and the Mechanics, or George Michael. Different, yeah.
There's quite a lot of good male soloists out there as well now, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, they're all there's loads. There's little patches of lots of female solo artists and then lots of male solo artists. But yeah, I mean, I'm not. I suppose if you get a chance to listen to the album, it's not kind of intricate acoustic, typical singer-songwriter style. It's kind of full production pop, if you like.
Yeah.
I tried to keep it relatively kind of.
I think that's
organic.
why I thought there was a band behind you. I guess that's an easy mistake to make, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do want to release just an acoustic album as well, but once I started recording the songs, and you think this needs more, and to sort of do the songs justice and give them the right lifts. So we thought let's give it the band feel.
Now I'm in a t-shirt and jeans. You're dressed in a suit because you have to go to weddings quite a lot. That's a kind of regular gig, playing at weddings.
I do, yeah. I mean, I just love playing and singing. So whether it's working on my own material and songwriting at the same time, I love playing all sorts of covers from the last recent times to the last 30, 40 years, and people book me to play at their weddings, parties as well, bars, pubs. So I do that as well. Yeah.
So what's on the list for today then?
God, all sorts, absolutely all sorts. I've learnt a few new songs from kind of Frank Turner to just an all sorts of mix from.
So I guess
lots
they
of 90s. I love 90s music.
They send you a list of stuff they like, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'll just get onto it and.
And outside of that, what sort of other gigs are you doing? Have you got anything planned in the next kind of few months or anything, or is it just doing the weddings?
For the original stuff, I'm currently just started a tour, I suppose a small UK tour. I just got back from Manchester last night, playing in a place called the Bay Horse in Manchester, and I'm moving around the kind of East Midlands, Derby, Nottingham, Leicester, Coventry, and also I've got gigs in, like last night, Manchester, Leeds, London, and I've got a few kind of live session and interviews on BBC Radio Cambridge and BBC Radio London. So I'm just in a bit of a winter tour really to give it a final push before the end of the year, obviously because I don't want to focus on the new album and yeah.
Well, we played Never Leave You Out in the Rain. Perhaps you can tell us a bit about that song before you introduce the next one.
Yeah, Never Leave You Out in the Rain. It was my first single, actually, that I released in February, and it managed to get a spot play on the Jeremy Vine show on BBC Radio 2, which I was really pleased with that. And I'm re-releasing it next month to give it another... got some good feedback from that song generally, so going to re-release it now. And the song's about I suppose past experience. It's about kind of someone parting with someone and saying, but hasn't worked out. But I'll never desert you. I'm still there for you, although it's not happening anymore. Yeah, basically.
And the song we're going to play next, Vision of Our Lives.
Yeah, this Vision of Our Lives is quite a thought-provoking song. It's from a personal perspective, really, about my challenges in music, of your goals of where you want to be, and not to let other people sort of tell you things are impossible, you can't do things, which a lot of musicians get told along the way. So I've thought, have your vision and chase it, and don't let anyone get in the way of it, basically.
Well, thanks very much for talking to me. Well, let's hope that Never Leave You Out in the Rain does it again when you re-release it. And, let's hope Glastonbury works out as well. I got the feeling that it might, but you have to wait and see, don't you, until next year?
Sit and wait and see. If not, I'll just go there and be a spectator anyway.
Okay, George Simpson then. This is a song called Vision of Our Lives. Thanks, George.
Thank you.
Yourself at all in your life. Moments leave you weak and you don't know why. 'Cause if what you say is right, don't sink your head in shame. run when you can't hide? Don't let the wool be pulled over your eyes. And then I'd open wide. Or see the vision of or see the vision of our lives. Can't mistake our place. Get a second chance. Take some things in your stride. 'Cause if what you say is right, don't sink your head in shame. Why run when you can't hide? Don't let the world be pulled over your eyes. Then I'd open wide. Or see the vision of or see the vision of our lives. See the vision of our lives. See the vision of our lives. Don't let the wool be pulled over your eyes. Then I'd open wide. Or see the vision of see the vision of our lives. Or see the vision or see the vision of our lives.
You're listening to the Leicester Music Podcast, and if you want to get in touch, you can email me at johnsinclair32@yahoo.co.uk. Well, next up is a female artist by the name of Justine White, and here's a track from her called Click Your Heels.
Get your dress, fix your hair, do your makeup, pour a drink, turn the music loud, we're in the zone. Grab your keys, we're good to go. Take me where the magic fills the air. Tonight, let's go where it feels good. Take you there, just for one night. Let's leave it all behind.
Okay, click your heels there from Justine White, who joins me now. Justine, welcome along. We had Tanai Brown on this podcast earlier. I think you know each other quite well.
Yes, we do. We've met on a couple of occasions, doing gigs at the same set and stuff. So he's a really great guy, great music, talented guy. I enjoy his stuff.
Well, let's talk about you. Where did it kind of start for you?
I started probably when I was about 7. I think I've been singing since the womb, to be honest. But but from about 7 properly, like in school assemblies and stuff. And then I started singing in church with my brother. We was in a group for a while, like growing up. And then more recently, when I was in university, that's when I decided to take it as a solo career. And
you've obviously sang at the Riders game, I think, in pre-season over in Loughborough. That came about quite quickly, though, didn't it?
Yes, that did. I actually got a call on the Friday asking, can I do it on the Saturday and Sunday? And then they called me back saying, no, we don't need you for the Saturday, you need the Sunday. So, yeah, it was literally just like a whirlwind, really. I had to just try and get prepared really quick. But I really enjoyed myself. It was a different experience, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, you seem to have a confident approach. Does that come out of the fact that you sang a lot and you feel very safe in what you're doing?
To be honest with you, I've had to work on the confidence side of things, because when I was younger, I think as a child, you are naturally more confident anyway. But as you grow older, obviously, like social, like, I don't know, just growing up around friends and stuff, you get more self-conscious and more aware of yourself. But for the past, probably 5 years, 5-6 years, I've just been working on my stage presence and self-confidence, and just to make sure I give really good performances.
And have you had people advising you on that? Your close friends? How does that kind of work?
Yes, I've been working with a close team of people, namely being Soul Lace Music, who are a production company, and they also are artist development company, who helped me in that side of things. Also a girl called Stacey Beezer, who's a known dancer in Leicester.
And what about the music, the style of music you like? I watched a video of yours on YouTube just the other day, and a nice video production as well. But where's the inspiration for the songs come from?
Just from all aspects, really. I get inspiration from conversations, from films, just from thoughts, daily conversations with my friends, just what life issues, really, what I go through. Yeah. And
the last track we played, Click Your Heels, instantly I heard it. I mean, I'm old enough to remember Janet Jackson in the day in the late 80s, and it kind of reminded me of that. You weren't too bothered about that, though, were you?
No, I'm quite happy with that comparison. I do like to dance a bit, so yeah, I might take that in consideration on my next performance, see if I can work something in there. And
these tracks you're putting together, are you bringing out a CD? How's that kind of working for you?
I've already got an EP out, which came out last year on the back of my lead single, Falling From Love. So that's entitled Love Life, and you can get that on my Facebook page, which is Justine Music. But yeah, I'm just working on another EP, hopefully to be released the end of this year or early next year.
And I guess then it's gigging off the back of that, isn't it?
Yes, really, yeah.
And what about getting radio play, record interest? Is that for the future, or is that something that's working in tandem with what you're doing now?
Yeah, I used to really focus on that at the beginning of gigging and this whole journey, but now I realise just trying hone my craft, build my fan base up, and then hopefully that will come at a later date, and just keep going, really, whether I've got a record label behind me or not. So.
And really, it's working with guys that you kind of producers that you like and who understand what you're trying to do, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do like an eclectic mix of music. At the minute, it does sound more R&B, but that's because of I want people to know what kind of artist I am at the beginning, and then later down the line, hopefully, I can collaborate with other producers.
And you're kind of indicating there different styles of music, perhaps. I mean, is there something else you'd like to do in the future then?
Yeah, well, I do like for example, I like Coldplay, I like Keane, I like Kings of Leon.
So a rock, kind of a rock crossover. Really.
Yeah, but I don't know, I don't know how it would work, but hopefully I can make something work in the future.
And so that the new record is coming out early next year, you're saying?
Yeah, hopefully. I did want it to be this before the year ends, but I didn't want to rush anything. I like to take my time with things. So I'm hoping to do a mini tour in Leicester and London next year, hopefully March. So hopefully this will all go hand in hand with the EP that I'll bring out.
Yeah, you've talked about London before. Have you played much down there?
I've done a few shows down there. I've done headlined at Ronnie Scott's, which was last year. Summer. That was such an awesome experience. I really enjoyed myself, and that's really gave me the encouragement to carry on and to keep going. And also I did Live Fest as well, and I supported people like Tinty Strider and Roll Deep, which is also another big highlight of my career so far.
Yeah, so you've rubbed shoulders with some of the people that are doing it already.
Yeah, yeah, and it was just nice to be around in that atmosphere alongside other artists.
And did you get decent feedback from them? How did that work? Do they chat to you, or do they just do their own thing?
Well, the crowd was really responsive, which was really nice because that's who you're really trying to gain like approval from. The rest of the artists, they were more or less doing their own thing, but we had a chance to really like take pictures and like just quickly say hi, and they were really friendly, but we didn't get to really mingle as much as I would wanted to.
And the songwriting process, is that an inspiration here and there? I mean, talking about the track we played, Click Your Heels, before, is that kind of something that you just one day sit down and decide you're going to write something?
Yeah, I like to be focused in my songwriting, so I will start off with, I like to write to the music, so I'll start with the track and then I'll think of a concept for the song. I write with guys called Aaron and Dom who make up Soul Ace music, so I co-write some of my songs and also write by myself. But I like to think of a concept and then just stick to the point and just like draw from natural experiences.
And the next one, a kind of a reworking of a Beyonce song. The next one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I love Beyonce. She is like so just an all-around artist. I love how her performance skills on stage. I love how she interacts with the crowd, and also her vocal ability. It's just like she's just amazing. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little something. I didn't want to just do a typical cover and just do you know what I mean? Just copy everything she does. So I wanted to do a refix on my own version, put my own spin on it.
And that's what it's called, Party Refix.
Yeah.
Justine, look forward to seeing you in the future. And
thank you very much
let
for
us know
having me.
about gigs and that. So best of luck for the future as well.
Thank you for having me. I'll hope to be back again if you invite me.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll do it again.
Yeah, thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye.
Noticed you sitting with your boys, standing out with a smile. Day two, you noticed me, asked me for my name, and could I stay for a while. Day three, you're calling me, asking about my day, and can we meet up sometime. Day four, you took me out, and we felt a spark when you kissed me goodbye. Maybe it's early to know where this could lead. Can't deny the chemistry we feel between us. Don't think we're ready to make this you and me. So let's live our lives, enjoy the ride, 'cause we like to party. Ay, 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 'cause we like to party. Economy, you ain't gotta be so eager to please. Slow it down and we'll be fine. Let's take our time, baby, just let it breathe until we feel the same. This will never be enough. Don't be so quick to hurry, love. I know you like me. Let's just wait and see. Let's make this day last. Don't think we're ready to make this you and me. So let's live our life, enjoy the ride, 'cause we like to party.
You say you wanna take it slow, but it's like we just paused the movie. beauty. If I wanted to play games, I'd be on Call of Duty. Wanna live for the moment, but tell me why are we waiting? Every second is precious and I'm just trying to save them. So let's just make this official, no more pirate love. Searching for lost treasure, girl, I got the Midas touch. So if you're happy and you know it and you'd really like to show it, then you just have to say yes to everything that I'm proposing. You're calling it eager cause I'm calling to see ya. I don't wanna call it a day cause I'm kinda caught up in this feeling. You say that I'm rushing, I said you're as cold as Moscow. I'll be your Romeo, take you on a cruise from Brooklyn to a posh house. You're changing your mind like you were changing your faces. 1 minute it's made up, next minute it's printed on pillowcases. I'm not talking about marriage, no, can't afford a ring, but I'm just saying your status shouldn't be single.
I know you like me. Let's just wait and see. We don't need to rush. The night's still young. Let's make this day last. Don't think we're ready to make this you and me. So let's live our life, enjoy the ride, cause we like to party.
Next up is a band from Leicester called Echolocation. They're a band with a difference, as I'm sure you'll agree when you listen to this track. It's called Leap of Faith.
Suspension of disbelief. Leap of faith. Let's not talk about love. Take it back. Let's not use those words again. When we don't feel the same. Let's not use poetry. When it's my domain. Let's not use the words of Leonard Cohen. When we don't know what they mean.
Echolocation there, and that's a track called Leap of Faith. I'm now with three members of the band, Peter, Harvey and Sam. Peter, the vocalist, first of all. Peter, in a nutshell, just tell us a bit about the band, how it's made up and what's in it.
Well, it's a 7-piece band, and we've got the standard rock setup, drum, bass, guitar, and then additionally we've got a keyboard player. He plays violin as well, and accordion, and we've got a guy who plays trumpet and horns, and a girl that plays the cello, electric cello.
And she's here actually, so we better introduce Sam. Hi Sam. How did you get involved with this anyway?
I suppose the band's been around for years, and Harvey's my partner. So, and I played the cello. I played the cello as a kid, and then jacked it in, and I started again when I was 38, and got roped into the band just sort of by accident because we were playing. Was it Summer Sunday 2009?
So Harvey, it's your fault she's in the band then, is it?
It's definitely my fault that she's in the band. Yes, yeah.
How did you decide you wanted a cello? Was it just that an easy decision to make then?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Because it cost a lot of money. So we had to have it. No, but I mean, we've always messed around with all sorts of instruments in the band ever since we started, and usually ineptly, but we always make weird noises with whatever we're using, and it was quite refreshing to have somebody that could actually play in the band.
Alan will like
gives
that.
a certain ambience to the music, doesn't it? A certain change to.
And I was saying earlier, when I listened to it, I kind of thought of performance arts music. Is that kind of how you would describe yourself?
Me personally, I suppose that is the kind of thing that I'm into. I'm a big Throbbing Gristle fan, so they're from that kind of background, aren't they? But I can't speak for the others, you know.
That was the kind of the inspiration, do you think, behind it? I mean,
well, it's the kind of music that I'm interested in. Yeah.
And that works for you pretty well, Harvey, does it? I mean, did this grow out of something, or did you just know what you were going to do?
Yeah, a few of us were in a sort of improvised noise band in the 90s, and so we've always been sort of on the left field of music, and we didn't just want to go down the route of, you know, everybody's got a good singer up front doing the same old boring stuff, and I suppose at the end of the day, rhyming couplets and that kind of thing that every band does is not sort of something that we were really interested in. And getting Pete to do poetry, that was the initial thought. He was going to do poetry, but the poetry became the sound of the band, and we've gone from there, really.
So how does the songwriting work then? Do you come up with kind of a lyric and you put music to it, or the other way around? How does it work for you?
Well, most of the songs are actually written through improvising in the rehearsals. I've obviously got a lot written before I go into rehearsals.
Sure.
But I don't stick to it. I just use that as something to work off, you know, and try to improvise based on that, you know.
That sounds quite simple to say, but quite difficult to perform, is it?
Not really, no, because I found that I do a lot of writing anyway, but I found I can't really just fit that with the music. I need to use my imagination to sort of, you know, to improvise with the music, you know.
Sure. And for you, how did that kind of work, this improvisation? Did you find that quite easy as a celloist as well?
No, I find it very difficult. And
sure.
Obviously, there's 7 of us in the band, and it's very hard to get everyone together at the same time for a band practice. So if you miss a band practice, they're so prolific at writing. I miss one week, and Harvey will come home and go, "We wrote 4 new songs tonight, and you need to know them by the gig next weekend." So it's a constant turnover of new stuff continuously. In some of it we keep, a lot of it gets chucked, but it's a very hard-working band, and I find improvising hard at practice because they're all so loud compared to an acoustic instrument. Yeah. So I often will record our rehearsals quite a bit, don't we? And then I listen to it at home and make something up, and then go to a rehearsal and try and fit it in. So it's all very... And Paul, the trumpet flugelhorn player, has the same problem as I do, that he can't hear himself either. So we
Even though he's the loudest instrument.
Yeah, he goes off into another room and tries to stick his finger in his ear and listen. And so the core of the band can rehearse together, but the sort of peripheral players have to bob in and out, really, to improvise around it.
And that song we played earlier, Leap of Faith, one of the most popular songs, you were saying, in performance. I guess I mean, how come you've got so many songs? Who's writing all this stuff all the time?
Well, we've been together for 7 years, so
Yeah.
it's not that many songs, really. We've done 3 albums. But of course, we're only doing it part-time, so...
Yeah, sure. So you're
I'm
writing
sure
a lot...
we could have done double that. if
So
we'd
probably
had
the songs you're chucking out are as many that you're performing as well. I guess that's what you do. You write a lot of songs and then select from that, don't
Yeah, that's right.
We do perform a lot of songs, and some of them stick, some of them go away and come back again, and they get rehashed as something else as well. So there's often like little riffs, or there's little tunes or stuff that, you know, if it's in there somewhere, it'll come back out if it's any good.
Yeah.
And
I think we work on that basis, you know. If it is good, then it will come back to you, you know. That hopefully the things that the best bits stick in your memory, you know.
And what about performing in front of live audiences? Are you attracting newer audiences as well as ones that have followed you for a while, do you think? You're obviously trying to get to a new audience.
I think so, yeah. I mean, we have got a hardcore people who come to see us all the time, or a lot of the time. But we do a lot of events where we're exposed to new people, don't we?
yeah, I mean, what we've been doing over the last year and a half, I suppose, is putting on our own events. So we call them Echolocation Presents, and we always put on an out-of-town band or artist, a local up-and-coming artist, plus us, maybe another one as well. And they've been getting more and more popular as we've been going on.
We had this guy called Mark Wynne, who's completely insane, spoken word poet. I can't describe him really. He was incredible.
The antidote to Jake Bug,
Yeah.
I think somebody said. Yeah.
But finding venues you can play with so many in the band, it's a fairly big band. Is that an issue for you?
Well, I mean, finding venues in Leicester is always an issue. But we played most of the major venues, the Musician and the Cookie Jar, particularly. We play them a lot. Play out of town quite a bit. We've recently played at the Western, so the Western pub, which was obviously not made for playing a live band, but that was great. Do you know what I mean? It was
good crowd in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's usually the ones that we don't expect to be good are usually pretty good, aren't they? It's so certainly drunken debauchery and all that goes on.
Whistling, there's lots of good whistling.
Yeah, and obviously got the new album is obviously called Gnomes, that's out at the moment. Just tell us a bit about this. We're going to play a track from it, but a few interesting names of tracks on there.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what to say really. They were just things that were going on with me at the time, you know.
So, like for instance,
one of them's about gardening because I was doing gardening at the time. One of the songs is about going to the opera. I didn't go to the opera, but a friend of a friend did.
And this writing process, does that take you very long? Do you have an inspiration and then it comes out quite easily, or do you have to really work it?
Well, a bit of both. I probably write the bulk of it in a few minutes, as you say, and then I spend a long time playing with it and not really changing it very much, you know. So, which is the way it goes, I think, with most writers, probably.
And then the music is kind of inspired from that, is it? Is that how it? I'm still trying to understand how.
Sometimes. Well, normally the band play and I see what, you know.
If it fits.
I try a few things if it doesn't work, or, you know, sometimes I just can't relate to it, you know, so I just can't.
So we're going to play a track off the album. Just tell us which one we're playing.
It's called Retail Workers Get Theirs in Heaven.
Just give me a kind of an idea of that. Well, a bit more of the lyric, perhaps.
Yeah, the background to this is I was unemployed and I was at the job centre, if that's what it's still called, and I inquired about whether they did any training, and they said to me that the only training that they provided was a course designed for school leavers to as an introduction to working in retail. So the song's about imagining the hell of a life working in retail, you know. It's rather you than me, basically. That's the stick of it, you know.
Okay, we're going to play that in just a minute. But gigs-wise, have you got much on the agenda coming up?
Yeah, in November the 9th, Saturday, November the 9th, we're at the Cookie Jar. It's one of our own events, and again in December the 21st at the Cookie Jar, and we've got a band called Our Fold from Bolton coming down for the first one, and we've got Rudolph Rocker for the
Sounds
second
good.
one. Yeah, that's Jeremy Dyson out of League of Gentlemen, the guy that wrote League of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's it's his band.
They're
And
creme brulee in the series of League of Gentlemen, so that's going to be exciting.
yeah, it's going to be weird. Weird.
Okay, well, thank you very much. So we're going to play a track from Echolocation from their recent CD, Gnomes, and this is a track called Retail Workers Get Theirs in Heaven. Thank you very much.
Retail workers get theirs
And finally, on this edition of the Leicester Music Podcast is a solo artist who's now made Leicester his new home after moving here from another city in the East Midlands. You'll find out more after hearing Matt Henshaw sing a song of his called It Ain't Easy.
If only I could find the words and tell you how I feel, you know I'd take them back. All the other things I said, I take away the bad, along with the rest, oh yes. If only I could find the words, I know your heart would melt. There's no point in looking back, all around my head, looking back on all the sad, the pain of yesterday. It's in something you did to me. Well, it ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Feeling like I never did before. It ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Knowing I'll feel forevermore. If only you would say the words you know I long to hear. And so much time has passed since we did the things we did. Well, I've been broke 1,000 times, I'm all alone since then. It's in something you did to me. Well, it ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Feeling like I never did before. It ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Knowing I'll feel forevermore. Now everybody's heard my stories. How do you think it's going to end? It's so hard to ignore these. Something you did to me. Well, it ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Feeling like I never did before. It ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Knowing I'll feel forevermore. This is how I feel. This is how I feel. Forevermore.
It Ain't Easy then, from Matt Henshaw, who's with me now. We're at the O2 Academy watching a few bands, and you've recently moved to Leicester, Matt, haven't you, from just down the road, really?
Yeah, just from Nottingham, but I'm loving it in Leicester. It's nice. Everyone seems really friendly and enjoys hearing me sing, so that's nice.
Yeah, you settled here now then?
Yes, definitely settled. Definitely feel like a tiger or a fox, depending on which your sporting allegiance is.
That's good. And you were working at the university, but you've kind of changed what you're doing a little bit and getting involved in the music scene now.
Yeah. I was working at the University of Leicester. That's kind of what brought me here originally, and then decided that I wanted something a bit more creative and exciting, perhaps. And I've been writing songs and singing for ages, but sort of this summer decided to just go out and do it with the acoustic guitar and see what happens, really.
And that's much different, I guess, to being with a band, which is what you used to be doing.
Yeah. It's a lot lonelier, so it is nice that everyone's kind of being so friendly and warm and welcoming. So yeah, it's very different.
Did it take a leap of confidence to do that though? Because I guess with a band, you're not the only. It's obvious you're not the only person. And then to sing on your own, it must have taken a little bit of nerve, really.
Yeah, it was a big leap, just kind of getting out and doing it, really. I mean, when I'm out singing and sort of talking about music and playing and writing, I love doing that. So, but it's just kind of the camaraderie of being in a band, and sort of when you're out and about, you are very much on your own and sort of fending for yourself, really.
And is the songwriting process an easy one for you or not?
I think it's different for everyone, but for me, it kind of songs come and they just happen, and it's a bit of a blessing, really. But yeah, I don't know. There's no formula, no process. It just sort of comes when I'm inspired, so that's nice.
And we're here at the O2, so you've got around a few venues now. It must be quite enjoyable doing that, and we just watched the mid-beats in there. But I guess checking out the local scenes is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's I didn't really spend much time in the city centre whilst the time I was working here, but then I sort of came out and went to like all the open mics. It seems like there's an open mic for every night of the week, which is great for all the musicians and the venues and the punters. But yeah, definitely got some favourite places, like the Cookie Jar and the Musician I really like. So yeah, it's good, and playing there soon, so it's all nice, yeah.
Yeah, we're involved in Oxjam, aren't you? So quite a lot of bands play at that. It's a nice little festival. And after all the summer festivals, you kind of need something else, don't you?
Yeah, it's nice when a city sort of opens up to do that kind of thing, and obviously for a charity. And yeah, getting to sort of play at the Curve is nice because that's a well-known place, and just getting out to meet and greet as many people as possible. So yeah, it's a nice thing, definitely.
And have you got a kind of a set routine in your set, so to speak?
Not really. I'm kind of figuring it out because I've not been sort of going out and doing acoustic shows for very long. So I'm sort of working out which songs go down well with different crowds, and getting the opener and the show closer. It's more the show closer that I'm kind of struggling with. But I think once it gets a bit more polished, and maybe I release the inner showman, because that's a massive thing with a lot of solo artists. You kind of come across a few, and I think because that sort of being alone, it's almost like you have to pump yourself up, whereas I'm so sort of relaxed and casual about it that there's no showmanship. It is just me and my songs, and maybe someday I might start doing Rod Stewart twirls or whatever, but at the minute, it's just kind of a work in progress, but it's nice. It is really good and organic. So.
And what about the influences then? What inspired you to get into music anyway?
Well, initially it was kind of Oasis and the Britpop sort of thing, because definitely maybe went into number one on my 7th birthday, and that was kind of an awakening even at a young age. And even though they've sort of stayed with me, just sort of going back through their history, and it's not very difficult because they wear their influences on their sleeve, so you can kind of find Paul Weller and the Beatles, and then for me it went back to like the Kinks and the Small Faces and all the old soul stuff like Sam Cooke and Marvin Gaye, and that's
it still holds fire today, doesn't it, all that stuff?
That's the real sort of crux of my influence, that old sort of, all the old blue-eyed soul, especially the kind of Steve Marriott's and Stevie Winwoods of this world. They're the big influences, yeah.
Okay, so you're gigging. It seems you've got a fair few gigs coming up. I mean, you've obviously got Oxjam, but you've got other things on the agenda as well, have you?
Yeah, coming up. I'm supporting Slim Chance at the Musician, and they're quite an old band, bunch of old fellas that used to be in a band with Ronnie Lane, who was in the Small Faces. So that's quite a pleasure for me. I don't know if it means much to a lot of people, but it'd be a good show. And then playing at the Cookie for Charlotte Carpenter's Tea Party, and she's just done a great new song with some great production, so that should be a good sellout night. So that's nice, getting on some good shows, it's good.
And song we're going to listen to now, tell us about this one.
This song, to play you out, is called My Life, and it's about kind of just sort of friends and people who make promises and let you down, and that's it, yeah.
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
It's the most frustrated and angry that I get, and angsty, so other than that, it's quite chilled out.
Did it help writing it after it happened then? Is it therapy, is it?
Oh, yeah. Writing's always quite a cathartic experience. It's almost like the old blues tradition of having to experience the lows before you reach the highs. Sure. Definitely. But no, it's not too depressing. I always try and keep it up.
Okay, we'll go and watch Stop That Train in a minute. But
okay.
Matt, great to meet you, and look forward to seeing you live as well now.
Yes, nice one, John. Great to meet you too.
Lovely.
To use those those tears to hide the venom in your eyes. 'Cause I know now it's with snakes and lies you would rather spend your time. Maybe I knew it all along, but after all this time I'm still surprised that people close their eyes and use their mouths for telling lies all the time. Well, I know you're saying something, yeah, but all I hear is nothing, nothing that can help me live my life, my life. Well, I know you are as someone, yeah, but all I see is no one that can help me live my life, my life, yeah, my life. I tell you the truth, no, I would rather stay at home and cry than go out making idle chatter and kiss the cheeks of those that I despise every night. Well, I know you're saying something, yeah, but all I hear is nothing,